This following video is going to come at a very awkward time for me because today, of all days actually, I'm supposed to be receiving from the prize man the xTool O1 Omni UV printer. And unfortunately, I have to fix this bad boy, the EufyMake UV printer. Because yes, it is down for the count. You haven't seen so many videos on my channel lately about this thing, and that is because I've been waiting a month for the print head. People may say that this is going to be how convenient. I'm telling you right now, it is not. This is not what I want to be doing today or any day at all. I would much rather just receive the xTool UV printer, unbox it, and start doing side-by-side comparisons for you right out of the gate. I know that's what you want. That's what we've all been wanting, right? I've even wanted to see what it's going to print, the xTool Omni 1 printer, how that's going to print up against the EufyMake UV printer. And right now, I would not even be able to do that for you because this machine is broke. So what I'm gonna do with you today is I'm gonna walk you through something that I'm hoping I can purge the lines on and get it back to printing so then I don't have to actually replace this. But if I do, then hello, we're replacing it so I can get this back up and running again, okay? So that's essentially what today is. It is a just know as we move forward from today into the next subsequent videos, if we can't get this bad boy working, I don't think that we're gonna be getting side-by-side comparisons from me. Maintenance videos is not my jam. I'm not looking forward to this. So let's go over to the Eufy Studio, do an inject, and let me talk you through how to purge the lines, and hopefully we can get that done before even having to do this, because this is not easy. It made me sweat the last time we had to do this. Let's go to the software. All right, first things first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come over here into the printer functions, and I'm just gonna do the inject ink button. So that will just start getting itself out of the moistening cycle. Now, before we go any further, if you have already purchased this CMYK test print previously from my cardstock shop Celebration Warehouse, check your emails, because what I have updated the digital download is to include these purge colors right here. Now, if you haven't already purchased this test print, I would love for you to do that, because it helps us figure out if we have any issues with any of the inks, the colors, the gloss, all that jazz, okay? Included, so if you purchase it from today going forward, included, not only will you have this test sheet, but you also will have the purge colors. And then just like to remind you, if you've already purchased it from before today, you will have a new email that gives you a link, an updated link for all these purge sheets. I feel like that's probably something that should have been included from the very beginning, and I didn't realize that it needed to be included until today, since I'm now doing this with you. That being said, it did not feel right to me to have to recharge people, like be like, hey, like you only get half the download or whatever. I know people do that. I just didn't feel like that was morally right, in my opinion. That being said, I want to make sure that you download both of these, or download this file. It is very important and crucial that you get this, okay? Because what we're going to do is once this is done, you can open up a new tab, and we are just going to start with the CMYK test print. So it's down here for me in my uploads. All you need to do is drag and drop it. When you download it from my website, it will come in a zip file. Unzip it, and then all you do is drag and drop the PNG file into your Eufy Studio, and this right here is going to just pop up for you, okay? So this is going to fit on the small bed. So if you haven't already downloaded it, you want to have the small flatbed printer in here. I personally love working with the small flatbed printer. That large print takes forever to do the screenshot and whatever, what have you. So I always like to just use the mini flatbed for this, okay? All right, we're still waiting for the maintenance to get done. Now at your printer, what you want to do is insert just a plain sheet of copy paper, and I like to put it just on. You can see that it's like too much, and then I just rip it straight on there, okay? I'm going to do this other side as well. Make sure that it's nice and flat. Okay, we are set up and ready to go whenever the moistening cycle is finished. Just to talk a little bit more about the issue with this print head, remember when I reprinted my computer case, and this is still the messed up one, actually the second messed up one. Remember in that video, I got a messed up print and I was like, I mean, is it really that bad, or should I just like order another one? What do you think? Well, I went and ordered another one, and unfortunately this is the second printed one and it's still messed up. There's still like a banding issue right here that's here going over to the right. It's really hard to see, and I am such a perfectionist and I'm nitpicky, but there is an issue with the print head. We do know that. This is something that has been an ongoing issue, and it's been like that since that last video, which has been quite some time ago, okay? So this has been, I've been trying to get it to work. Sometimes I get it to work, sometimes I don't get it to work. It's kind of one of those things where we're just gonna have to try and try and try before we ever replace the print head. The reason why I want to show you these instead of just going and replacing the print head, because I have the print head. Why? Like, people are going to say, why are you going through all this effort if you have the print head? Well, I mean, I don't want to have to replace the print head. I want it to just frickin' work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this material test print. Then when this is done, if I notice that there's any type of banding issues or clogs or anything like that, we are gonna do a purge, okay? And I'm gonna show you how to do it, just in case you start to think you have issues, like maybe this will help versus ordering a new print head, blah, 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 okay? All right, so the injecting is done, so I'm just gonna press okay. We're gonna go back to my print test thing, and we're just gonna press Snapshot. Now, I get asked a lot, like what print settings you should use. I actually would prefer if you did the CMYK white, and then right here, white, CMYK, and gloss one, and then just keep this at 311. I don't think you need to do anything more than that, okay? So white, CMYK, and gloss, just leaving the layers, whatever layers that are automatically on there. Now that the snapshot is done, you can see that my white piece of paper is right there. It doesn't look, it looks like I have maybe like a little bit of a lip right there. I'm not really concerned about it, but I am gonna put this onto my print area, and all I'm gonna do is press print. All right, so this is gonna take a total of 15 minutes and 37 seconds. So I am just gonna press start. This is gonna take a total of 1.73 milliliters of ink, which is roughly about $1.50 in ink. To be honest with you, I'd much rather waste $1.50 in ink than this right here is like way more than that, and a lot more time, a lot more ink. The blank is messed up, all that jazz. I have been told though in the comments of this video, I should just reprint over the top of this, and that's actually not a bad idea. When/if I ever get this machine back up and running, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna spray more paint on top of it. It's gonna be super thick, but that's better than having to waste another blank. This right here, I think it took like an hour, hour and a half to get done. So, oh well, it is what it is. Now let's wait for the test print to get done printing that, so then we can move on to the purge. All right, so the test print is finished. Let me just pull this out for you so you can see it. I'm not entirely sure what is happening. Everything over here looks like it's printed just fine. Like all the colors are printing just fine, but for whatever reason, we have clearly this is a magenta issue. There's something with the magenta, but I don't really know what the solve is, okay? It doesn't look like anything is clogged. It just looks like there's something. Do you see how that, like, it's weird. This is how all of my prints have been turning out. Just kind of not like it's supposed to. But what's weird here is like if you come over here and you look at this and you like, this looks fine. There's something wrong here, okay? So what we're gonna do is we are gonna take this off. I'm just gonna put this back in here just because then it's easier for me to work around with. I'm gonna put in another sheet of paper. Okay, everything is nice and flat, right? So I don't think that this is necessarily going to fix my issue, because I think that my issue is a greater issue than just a clogged line. But I have seen people that are saying like, oh, I just have a clog in the cyan, or I just have a clog in the black. So because it looks to me as if I'm having an issue with the magenta, I'm gonna do the magenta. If you have a different color that has a different issue, then do it for you, okay? But let me just press finish. We'll go open up a new tab. We're gonna do a snapshot so that can take a picture of what's now inside the Eufy, right? Okay, going into the download folder, this purge, you want to add in the purge that you need. For me, it's gonna be magenta. If you have a purge cyan, add the cyan, okay? Add that in here. And I know that this is not revolutionary because you could have made this, you know, yourself. I just feel like, you know what, it's just easiest. Plus, with the download, you get this. This right here is crucial. This is crucial. This is my starting point to everything. Now let's go to this, okay? So when it comes to these, I only want you to do the CMYK, okay? I only want you to choose that, all right? It will only end up printing the magenta, but I don't want you to do like any type of, there's no point. My white seems to be fine. My gloss seems to be fine. It's just this pink that I'm personally having an issue with. Now you will also notice right here that I have just a white purge. Let me just show you. Let me exit out of that and I'll drag this white purge in. So you're gonna get a white square. For this one, I only want you to print on the white, okay? If your gloss is clogged, then you only print on gloss, okay? Let me go back to my magenta, all right? We are set to CMYK only, and I'm gonna make sure that it's printing on my piece of paper, which it is. Let's press print. All right, this is gonna take a total of 4 minutes and 46 seconds to print, so surely not as long as 15 minutes, but let's press start and let's just see what happens here. Alrighty, so here is my purge line, and I'm like really just so confused because it all looks fine. But here, there's like, do you see this? This isn't right. And I'm not sure what to do here. I will have to say that this is a lot less than here. So we can do another test print to see if that like fixes it. All right, so same process again, snapshot. We're gonna make sure that this gets printed and then we'll just press print and see how well this second snapshot goes. I mean, it did seem like it got better with that first purge. So maybe if I keep purging, something better will happen, I don't know. We'll come back to it after we get done doing the second purge. All right, my friends, I think we're getting somewhere. Cause look, it's less here now too. This entire thing's looking really good. So every single time that we try, it gets better and better. There is still just a little bit, so I'm gonna do one more of these purges to see if that will help fix this. I mean, if that's the case, if this is all that it was, then this would be amazing, because then I can just have an extra print head just laying around for just in case, you know? All right, I think we're fixed. Look at that. And all the banding, what's interesting here is if you look back at this one's the first one. Okay, if you look back at this versus this, you'll be able to see some of those lines. Do you see? It may be hard to see, but there's like small little white lines that go throughout this. And this one, there's no lines throughout this. So, and the color difference is huge, I feel like. Maybe I just cleared this print head all on my own. Ha ha! All right, one last thing that we are going to try is going to be another test print, because I don't want to put a blank in there and it get ruined. So we'll put this in here. So we got finish. You can see I've done this 3 times. Yeah, yikes. All right, listen, here's the deal. This is what I've decided. Nothing like improvisation, like that word. If this test print ends up doing really good, I'm gonna stick my laptop back in that printer. and I'm gonna print directly on top of that one case that I had. Aha, right here. All right, so if this works, we are gonna reprint this on my laptop and hopefully get a really good looking laptop case finally, you know what I mean? All right, we're still gonna do the white CMYK and gloss, press print, let this print. Come on, people, all the good vibes. We want all the good vibes because I don't like doing maintenance work. We know that about me, you know? No maintenance for Ashlee would be great. And I know there's no such thing as a maintenance-free printer. I mean, my iColor 560s, the white toner printer that I have, I've still not done any maintenance on it. I do know that you have to like wipe it down every once in a while and stuff like that, but like virtually that would be maintenance-free, I'm assuming, just because I've had it for well over a year and I've done nothing to it. And it still prints just fine. But these UV printers historically, I have to tell you, historically, these UV printers have always had maintenance, constant maintenance issues and things like that. The amount of maintenance that I've done on this machine, I would assume is still far less than it would have been had I gotten another UV branded printer that was like thousands of dollars more expensive. But also on that note, you probably get what you pay for. So anyone that's like sitting here watching this video and you have like a $40,000 UV printer and you're like, well, if you bought mine, we wouldn't have these many issues. I'm not entirely sure. I've never purchased one, but that's a lot of money and these are not. Anyway, so we got 15 minutes for this to get done printing. Fingers crossed, good vibes, prayers, give me all the things that we get a good solid test print for this so I can just print my dang laptop case that I've been wanting to print for months. Ugh. You're never gonna believe it. I fixed this machine without having to need to replace that stupid print head. Heck yes, perseverance pays off, my friends, because look at this. This is what I'm talking about. Everything is fixed. Heck yes. Unfortunately, we did waste some ink. That's unfortunate, but you know what? We did not have to buy a new print head, supposedly. Ha! Now I got a backup because yes! Woo woo! Okay, so now what we get to do is print on my computer and hope it works all the way through because it didn't the last time, twice. So let me set that up. I'm so excited. I impressed myself. May not have impressed you, but I did impress myself with this one. In goes the computer, just like that. All right, so I am printing on plastic. I want to do high quality. This is going to do white and then CMYK. Let's just rumble. Let's just full send this. All right, I am printing on top of a messed up print. We'll see how this ends up going. Does anyone ever wonder how I got to where I am today? Just make these like silly little videos. I don't know. This is just me like in real life, just, you know, no, they ain't never planned when I come in here. I think that I'm going to do something. I'm like, let's just do one more thing. Let's just try. Let's just keep trying. Please don't make me do any type of work. Oh my gosh. Hard work, replacing that. I don't like to sweat, y'all. Whew. Okay, so this is going to take a total of 1 hour and 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes, 1 hour and 6 minutes. Okay, so I'll see you in an hour and 6 minutes. We're printing, we're sending this. I'm going to be computerless for the next hour. Ah! Oh my goodness, my friends. It freaking looks so good. So good. Ah! So this is a print inside of a print and it still looks absolutely amazing. Oh my gosh. And finally, I got that entire thing fixed. So there's not this weird line band right here. Oh my goodness. I am so glad that I tried doing the purge first because if I hadn't, we would be doing this. And thank goodness we don't have to do this and I just get to hold on to it because ta-da! Look at this. It looks so good. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. And now I get to do 2 true side-by-side comparison print tests between this and the xTool Omni 1 UV printer when it comes in the mail. I just checked the tracking. It'll be here in like an hour. I cannot wait to get to crafting with that thing. All right, y'all, thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Make sure and grab that test print and also the Purge sheets too, because you are going to need it, clearly, because I need it too. I'll see you on the next one, my friends.